Hello, hello, my green skins. Found another dragon picture. I believe this is from Sinbad's Voyage. Classic movie. And one I'll probably review in the future. I just want to wait until Brandon Tilden's video's kind of gone through. And what are we going to talk about for Sylvester month? The last movie is going to be a buddy cop movie. And I know there have been buddy cop movies that have come out before this. Some have been better. Some ended up getting worse in their franchise as they went on. But I believe this one was one of the few that damn near perfected it. Tango and Cash. This is an amazing movie. I have seen this movie over 50 times. Actually, I like to jokingly call this my summer movie. I will watch this at least once every summer if I can. Hell, I'm going to be watching Lock Up now too because I saw that one again and I really enjoyed it. And this is quite fun. And it's a great movie. And it has one hell of an amazing cast. So we're going to break this bad boy down with the acting. So the acting for this is actually top notch. I mean, of course you have Sylvester Stallone, who's an amazing actor. And you know what? People seem to give him, because he has an accent, oh, he's bad. You know what? He's good at body language. Then you got yourself his partner in crime for this one, which, Kurt Russell. Both these guys are great at having that type of energy. And Kurt Russell's great. Then you got the big bad, Jack Palance, which Jack is the king of mugging. He's so good at it, especially later in life. He got really good at mugging. You got Terry Hatcher, and I think one of her first roles. You got James Hahn. I think it's James Hahn. I hope I got that right. Unfortunately underutilized. And you got Ducat. Unfortunately underutilized. But, I mean, there's some great acting in this. And they did a good job. And overall, absolutely fun. Next is going to be the music. And then we're going to talk about the story. I mean, this earwig's going to be stuck in your head for days. Like, I'll watch this movie, and then 2 days later, I'll be... And what works with this is how they do the music in this. The music is not insanely stupid like Commando. Like, Commando is so over the top. Fun movie, but over the top. And it has that rule of cool. This one kind of has a little bit where you got Tango's theme, Cash's theme, and then later in the movie, they kind of merge them together when they're together. And that is brilliant. Like, I got nothing negative to say about the music. The music in this is great. It's a great earwig. And it's before the annoyance of 80s Canadian pop radio that, plays the same fucking 5 tunes over and over and over again. I swear if I hear Don't Fear the Reaper one more fucking time. Anyway, great soundtrack. Now to the story. So, I'm going to have to do a lot of editing for this because I'm going to have to go from scene to scene. That's how awesome this movie is. We start off Sylvester Stallone in an Armani suit, looking fucking beautiful, baby. And he's driving down, trying to catch this oil truck. He catches it in one of the most awesome ways by using a snub-nosed gun to shoot rubber bullets at the window. And because he is so badass, when those guys stop, they go flying through the window. Which... freaking great. Absolutely amazing. And why do these guys stop and go through? That's completely, shouldn't happen, and they shouldn't be breaking through the window like that. It's because rule of cool, go fuck yourself. And that's just badass. Then you get this moment where he's getting that classic, moment where you're like the police cop, oh, they're bad mouthing him. Oh, it says in your dirt district, blah, 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 blah. What are you doing? And some guy says, as they're checking for oil, they're checking to see if there's any, cocaine, because that's the drug of the 80s. and they're checking for that cocaine. It's like there's no cocaine here, and he's like they're screaming at him. You know, he thinks he's Rambo, and then Sylvester Stallone in one of the greatest lines: "Rambo is a pussy," and he shoots the the oil truck, and you know the good old favorite '80s classic cocaine comes spilling out, or as I like to know, or as movie Hollywood people like to know it, sugar. There was a lot of sugar used in back in the day. It's actually a combination of sugar, baking powder, and something. I can't remember what the other one was. I remember someone said baby powder to me once. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd have to look that up because that was like movie magic back in the day. Anyway, cut to Cash getting attacked. And then you get by this Asian gentleman. And then you get an awesome scene. By the way, I don't believe he's wearing a bulletproof vest. I think that's full of shit when he gets shot. Like, that's crap. Like, that does not look like a bulletproof vest. Anywho, they are right after this, he starts chasing after it, which gets a fun scene. And that fun scene of just them chasing after this guy, Mr. Cash chasing after him, Gabriel Cash. I like that name, by the way. Gabriel Cash sounds awesome. And he steals a car from this foreigner, and they get in this awesome scene, and then there's boobies, because boobies. And, you know, why are there boobies at this scene? Because go fuck yourself, it's real cool. And so you get a funny moment. Again, he's so deadpan with a big grin on his face. You get that smile. And it's like, okay, that's one hell of a fun smile. When this guy's like, I'm from this country, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, welcome to America. I love that. Then cut to, you know, you get to see where both these guys' precincts are. Tango's in the rich Ritz precinct, and Cash is in this, like, dirty, like, you know, difference between LAs, I guess. Which I think still holds true to this day. Although it's slowly getting worse if people are to be believed. Anyway, so you get Cash. You get Tango meeting his sister, Terry Hatchett. Sorry, I kind of moved ahead. And they're meeting up, and you also get the fun moment where they're like Gary stewing up Sylvester Stallone's character, which, yeah, he's kind of a superhero. Like, I mean, you're a stockbroker. You make millions of dollars. Why are you a cop? And it's like, for the excitement. I'm like, come on. You don't need to do that. Then you get a scene with Cash doing his little thing and interrogating the guy who tried to kill him. Both of them get this information, which leads to them meeting for the first time. And that's where they get, unfortunately, set up. And you get Jack Palance doing, I keep wanting to say Jack Vance, I don't know why. You get his overhamming, like, explaining his plan. And it's such a silly, silly, silly scene. And we get the court scene where these guys are being kind of screwed over. Then you get the jail. Like, they think they're going to, like, a Knights Ritzy jail. Of course they're not going to. They're going to the evil jail, where you get a fun you get, again, a lot of fun moments in this. And some amazing stunt work is in this one scene. And when they're in the jail, they get basically caught. The bad guys are going to kill them in here. They're going to, like, torture them to death. And there's, like, a pretty aggressive torture scene where they're electrocuting these guys, and they've tried, like, they fought them off for a little bit. They're about to die, and then Cash's plot armor shows up to say hi, and he unfortunately gets cacked. And then you get one of the funnest scenes in this movie. There's quite a few, but that scene's kind of cool, where they have to escape. So you get this good jump scene. So they had to film guys running and jumping, grabbing an electrical wire, which is probably not hot, but, you know, and then sliding down on their belts, which is so freaking cool. and taking a big jump and getting across the wall. I mean, that's an epic moment, and it's fun. Then we get the two heroes looking to interrogate people. Tango gets nothing. Cash gets the sound guy, and that was a fun one. Then he has to try to get a hold of Tango. And so he goes to Terry Hatcher's. I hope I'm saying that right. I keep wanting to say Hatchet. I think it's Terry Hatcher. Terry Hatcher's job, which gets you another really fun scene. The cops are about to catch him. He has to escape. And how does he escape? In high heels, wearing a dress. Okay, you know what? Only tough guy Kurt Russell in a lot of movies. Like I know there's a movie where they all kind of do something interesting later in life, but like only Kurt Russell at that time, being tough guy Kurt Russell, dresses in drag to get away. And that cigarette moment is just great. Where the guy's like, the cop, hey, how about a three-way? And they turn around and flick a cigarette at his face. That's great. Then we get the fun moment where I believe that this might be a little out of order. I apologize. Then you get the fun moment with the camera scene where Ducat and James are talking to Big Bad, the big boss. That is one of the funniest fucking scenes because when one guy talks, the camera zooms in and zooms out when he's yelling at both of them. I mean, why would you do that? I have no idea. I know, it's real cool and I should go fuck myself, but that's how it is. Our two heroes meet up. There's a good emotional moment between Sylvester and Terry's characters. And they go to find the second in command, his like hired goon, his top goon. And his top goon gives them the information. And when they get the information, by one of the more fun scenes where they're like pretending to like strap a hand grenade to his mouth and tape it there, that was a good scene. And like I said, the quips are perfect. Like just after that, they finish it off. It's like good cop, bad cop, and they're going to walk away, and it's like, did you sleep with my sister? You didn't sleep with my sister, did you? I love that moment where Sylvester's like, did you sleep with my sister? And it's like, that was good. You get the awesome moment where they now have to raid the Bad Guys Lair. Classic fucking 80s. And they do it in, I believe, the RV from hell. And I believe Satan has the pink slip. Another great quotes in this. I mean, that truck is badass. And we get this awesome stunt show. That's the best way to put it. It's a fucking stunt show. All the way up to this big fight sequence between the two bad guys. And yeah, you get the goon fights one, and this other martial art guy takes on the other. And they beat the guy. And then you have pallets with Jack doing one more little trick as he sets off the explosives and stuff. So the heroes have to figure out where he is and kill his ass. In this Hall of Mirrors type of thing. Which it kind of sucks, actually. And then everything blows up because it has to blow up. It's an 80s movie. Cut, roll, badass. Absolutely love that. Great. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the stunt work, and then we're going to go to the rating. There is some amazing stunt work in this. And you know what? I like some of the stunt work. And it's not perfect, but there's some fun stunt work. The fight sequences could be a little better, but that like where they're driving that RV scene, that takes a large portion. I love that scene. That is a great scene. I mean, with the two bulldozers, that's awesome. The fight sequences are a little shit. I can't deny that. Like, they're not that good, but they're still fun. And there's some good stunts here. There are some really, really good stunts. And, the visual effects are great. And the visual gags are also really good. There's some great gags in this. This movie has fun moments, and I like it. Let's go down to the rating. So, this is an awesome movie. Awesome, awesome freaking movie. I know it's 80s as fuck, and I think it's like one of the last bastions of 80s movies. You know, no one can say this wasn't a great movie, and this is a great summer movie. I love this movie. I'm going to give it a 9.5. This is a 9.5 all the way. Absolutely love this movie. Worth a watch. You have to watch this movie. It's just that freaking good. And I mean, I know people are like, "Oh, it's so popcorny," but that's the point. Like, if you're gonna watch a movie like this, like I hate, like, there really isn't really any real agenda here in this. It's just, you know, good guys fight bad guys, good guys win, everything blows up. Sometimes that's all you fucking need. And good guys get their badges back, and they become like an awesome police duel, and they save the day. That's fun. That's actually good. Sometimes we need moments like that. I like that. If you haven't seen Tango and Cash, this is the movie to watch. You have to watch this movie. I would even go as far as saying this is almost one of my favorite buddy cop movies of all time. It's like this, Lethal Weapon 2, Another 48 Hours, and the original Rush Hour. Rush Hour 2 is also good, but, you know, I like the original Rush Hour. And Fifth Element, I know it's not a buddy cop thing, but, you know, just had to. I'd like to thank everybody that listened. We're going to do one more. It looks like Goodfellas won. I'll probably do another poll shortly just to kind of add up to this and kind of allow people to take another chance to this. I might even be doing a Patreon. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll actually be doing something a little bigger so we can get an editor so I can kind of crank these videos out a little faster. All right, you guys have a very good day, and we'll see you next time on Orc War Chief Reviews. Ciao.